It's Frisco League Baseball on 102.3 FM, your source for high school sports here in the Ozarks. The game brought to you by Rivard Heating and Cooling, the Marys County Bank, Memorial Chapels of Waynesville, St. Robert and Richland, Shelter Insurance Agents John Gregory and Crocker and Dave Holland in Richland, Paul's Furniture Outlet, St. Robert Auto Supply, Domino's Pizza, Phelps Health, Lowe's Chevrolet, Dixon Nursing and Rehab Center, Post Pawn, Action Automotive, and the Bank of Crocker. Today we are in Dixon. The Crocker Lions are in town. Let's play ball.
And a very good afternoon to you and yours out here at the Crocker High School Baseball Stadium, just to the left of Crocker High School, where we are just a few minutes away from getting going with today's varsity baseball matchup. The Crocker Lions taking on the Plato Eagles. Connor Harbert here with you again today from Crocker. First trip to Crocker here this season, but not our first time seeing the Crocker Lions. It is the first time we're going to see the Plato Eagles here today. Last time we saw Crocker, it was the 4-0 loss to the Dixon Bulldogs. But as it has been since that Dixon game, well, Crocker's been nigh unstoppable. They are currently coming into this game on a 5-game winning streak. Meanwhile, Plato, they're going to try to get back into the win column today. We're hovering around 500, but come in losers of 3 straight. So with the day of streaks here today, right now, Plato taking infield, outfield. Crocker has already completed their infield, outfield. Rare 4:30 start here for the Frisco League. Of course, when I came in last year, most of the time it was at 5 o'clock. This year, well, today's game, it's at 4:30. So we are just a few moments away from getting going. No 45-minute pregame here today, but really excited for this one. Should have 2 good teams set to go at it. So like I said, Crocker, they are on a 5-game winning streak, and they are the home team here today. Fans still filing into attendance. And those wins come over some pretty solid teams. Of course, we talked about the 1-0 loss to Licking back on March 28th. Probably a matchup between 2 of the best teams in the Frisco League Conference this season, but then they turn around the 4-0 win against Dixon. Very impressive against a good Class 3 team in Dixon. 8-6 win over Wheatland, then a 15-3 win over Climax Springs. Wheatland, by the way, 12-6. That's a team that's been pretty good for the last couple of years. Climax Springs, of course, 15-3, like I said. 8-3 win over the Vienna Eagles. And then Steelville, a 9-4 win there. And again, Vienna, one of the teams sharing the district with Crocker. Vienna looking like they're probably going to get that 3 seed or so maybe a little bit of a taste of what we got coming up later on in the season. So again, winners of 5 straight. We do take a look at Plato. Came in, defeated Eminence 16-0 back on April the 8th, but since then 3 losses in a row. 1 to Bell. Bell, good team this year, 14-6. Tuscumbia 4-1. Tuscumbia's hovering around 500. And then a 25-3 loss against Licking last time out back on April the 12th. So Plato going to try to hold to maybe a smaller amount of runs here today. I think it's safe to say that don't see 25 runs all too often. It kind of takes a special set of circumstances, but Plato, we know they are a team that can win. They have a win over Vienna this season, 10-4 back at the Stoutland Spring Classic. A win over Steelville as well, 4-3 winners over Stoutland. Win over Eminence, and I am missing 1 win here. I'm kind of popping around the schedule. A win over Liberty Mountain View back on March 16th. 3-2. So we'll get our chance to see what the Eagles are all about this year. Like I said, first time we'll see Plato in action on the road today here in Crocker. Let's go ahead and take ourselves a small timeout. We'll come back in about 3 minutes or so. Of course, we are ever closer. We'll have starting lineups when we come back. You're listening to Crocker and Plato Frisco League Baseball here on Z102.3.
Hi, this is Brad Shelton at the Marys County Bank. Every day, the Marys County Bank touches every corner of your life and supports you as you turn your life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's purchasing your first car, opening a small business, buying a home, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. From your first car to a new life after retirement, the Marys County Bank is there for all your life's milestones with our full line of products. Stop by one of our 10 locations and see how the Marys County Bank can support your dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
113 years and still going strong. That's the Bank of Crocker, who opened their doors in 1911 when Crocker was a small railroad town. And while they're still a small town, banking services from the Bank of Crocker are as modern as any financial institutions in the big cities. Android and Apple mobile banking apps let you do your banking from anywhere around the globe. And at bankofcrocker.com, online banking is just a click away. They've also added branches in Waynesville, St. Robert, and Richland through the years. It's a world apart from what it was back in 1911, but the personal hometown banking service has not changed. The Bank of Crocker, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
What if you stepped out of the picture tonight? How would you want to be remembered? And who would make decisions about planning your funeral service? This is Martin Vernon, owner of Memorial Chapels and Crematory. We help families create meaningful services that respect and honor the memory of their loved one's life. At Memorial Chapels and Crematory, we offer our support and guidance when your family needs us the most.
Today is the day. After countless hours of research, cutting back expenses, and 9 months of anxiously waiting for her, today is the day you finally bring home your new car. It's also the day to protect her with an auto policy from Shelter Insurance. Our policies are competitively priced and include new car replacement coverage if anything were to happen to your new baby.
For a free insurance review,
For auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, John Gregory, your shelter insurance agent in Crocker.
Or stop by and see me, Dave Howlett, your shelter insurance agent in Richland.
Appliances. If you're needing appliances, come by Paul's Furniture. We've got the big name brands like Frigidaire, Maytag, Amana. They're all in stock and ready to go. Even the big box stores will make you wait weeks and weeks and weeks to get your appliances. We've got them here in stock, ready to go with free delivery and setup. If you're needing appliances, come by Paul's Furniture. We've got the big name brands like Frigidaire, Maytag, Amana. They're all in stock and ready to go. Even the big box stores will make you wait weeks and weeks and weeks to get your appliances. We're known for great deals in furniture. We've got great deals in appliances as well.
Make sure you're comfortable year-round. At Rivard Heating and Cooling, we offer a Comfort Club Climate Control System warranty plan to keep your system up and running at its best. Receive a heating and cooling tune-up and cleaning twice per year for one low cost. Sign up now and make sure your AC is working at its best before those hot and humid Missouri days arrive. We are not comfortable until you are. Rivard Heating and Cooling, an independent American Standard heating and cooling air conditioning dealer. 417-531-3551 or go online rivardheatingandcooling.com.
And once again, back here to the Crocker High School Baseball Stadium here on this Monday afternoon, almost to the evening time here in about 30 more minutes, but we are about set to get going today. Plato bringing them in for today's varsity baseball contest. The Crocker Lions again at home taking on the Plato Eagles. Connor Harbert here with you today, Z102.3. Our umpires also ready to go. Got to meet them before today's game. It is a hot one here today, about 85 degrees or so. Fortunately for myself, I am a bit in the shade here today. Of course, they're building the press box here in Crocker. I had no idea until I got here today, but it is a very nice looking one, or it looks like it'll be nice when they finish that thing up. Looking forward to seeing the finished product, but today I am completely using it for shade. I am right behind home plate, and it is tell you what, a lot cooler back here. So I'll thank my lucky stars, but let's go ahead and get your starting lineups here for today's game. Of course, like I said, Crocker 7-3 on the season. Meanwhile, Plato, they are 5-8. First, the lineup for the Plato Eagles today. Batting leadoff for them, that'll be their pitcher in Cole Chastain. Batting second will be shortstop Blake Holloway. Batting third, catcher Ryan Steinbrink. Batting cleanup today, designated hitter Marshall Breedlove. Batting fifth, the center fielder Drew Woodruff. Batting sixth today will be the second baseman in Carson Garrett. Batting seventh, third baseman Hayden Pinkston. Batting eighth will be first baseman Quentin Dilley. Then batting ninth will be left fielder Wyatt Groves. One player out in the field here for Plato that is not in the batting lineup. That will be right fielder Chris Hildebrand. Plato again 5-8 on the season and have dropped their last three straight. Now we take a look at the starting lineup here for the Crocker Lions. Batting leadoff for them today will be also their pitcher. That'll be Jackson Burney. He's the one on the mound here today. Batting second, center fielder Eli Anderson. Batting third will be third baseman Landon Pierce. Batting cleanup, catcher Tripp Caldwell. Batting fifth will be shortstop Colin Braslin. Batting sixth, right fielder Jesse Goldsmith. Batting seventh today, designated hitter Hagen Libert. Batting eighth, first baseman Riley Foster. And then batting ninth will be left fielder Brock Ware. Designated hitter today, or should I say designated fielder, will be the second baseman. That's Logan Connell in today's lineup, but Libert will be hitting for Connell. Again, Crocker 7-3 and are winners of 5 in a row. Played a rather tough schedule to start the year. Again, played that tournament down in Florida, but from there, they've done a very good job of keeping themselves in front of opposing teams this season. Again, just the 1-0 loss to Licking, kind of a blemish there, but Licking looking like they're going to maybe be the top, if not the second best team in the conference this year. You've got that kind of top level, Iberia, Licking, and Crocker here this season. So let's go ahead and take ourselves one final timeout. They're announcing the starting lineups here, and then I'll get the national anthem when we come back It'll be Crocker in the field. It'll be Plato at the plate. Make sure you don't go anywhere. We got Crocker and Plato, Lions and Eagles, coming up next. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball here on Z102.3.
If April showers bring the May flowers, your vehicle needs good wiper blades, and they have them at your Napa Parts store, St. Robert Auto Supply. Save $16 a pair on Trico silicone ceramic or Titan Beam wiper blades. Similar savings on the Napa brand, $5.49 a gallon for the Peak 30 all-in-one orange windshield wash. If it's dirty, St. Robert Auto Supply has all the stuff to get it clean again. Seafoam products remain on sale all this month at your Napa Parts store, St. Robert Auto Supply off Missouri Avenue, and get the good stuff 7 days a week.
We all have our faves.
I love baseball.
I love football. But there's one thing we all love.
Pizza!
If you need to satisfy that competitive appetite, we got your slice right here.
Domino's Pizza in St. Robert during and after the game. Try the perfect combo deal. Pizza, side, and a drink for $19.99. Call in for our carry-out special. One topping pizza for $7.99. Domino's Mix and Match is only $6.99. Check it out online at Domino's.com or call your order in at 573-336-3400. Domino's Pizza, 213 St. Robert Boulevard.
Life doesn't wait for office hours. Are you sick but can't make it to your provider's office or walk-in clinic? Not feeling well while traveling? Access on-demand care 24/7 with the Phelps Health Key Care video visit. Video visits are a great option to treat a wide range of minor medical issues, from allergies and colds to sore throats, sprains, and more. Save time and access reliable virtual health care from the comfort of your home. Visit phelpshealth.org to get care now.
Lowe Chevrolet in Waynesville is more than a dealership. It's where your Chevy journey begins. From the bold and powerful Silverado, the sleek sophistication of the Malibu, to the dependable Equinox, Lowe Chevrolet has the vehicle to unleash your thrill of driving. Plus, when you choose Lowe Chevrolet, you're not just getting a car, you're getting a family. Your journey begins at Lowe Chevrolet. Online at lowechevy.com and off I-44 at exit 156 in Waynesville.
Action Automotive in St. Robert is your locally owned and operated full-service mechanic shop, offering affordable same-day services, oil changes starting at $55. Local owners Evan and Caitlin York want to earn your business. Call or stop by today. They can get your vehicle fixed and back on the road in no time. Action Automotive Services, located at 128 April Drive. Call 336-8875. Next to Best Friends Animal Hospital. Action Automotive, proud to service the Pulaski County Ambulance and Fire District. They're ready for the spring turkey season at Post Pawn in the Gateway Shopping Center in St. Robert. And if you're not, stop by. Post Pawn has just what you need in the way of guns and ammo to bag that gobbler. And Post Pawn also has a nice supply of crossbows. You'll find hunting supplies like knives and arrows and new and used military clothing, rain and cold weather gear as well. Post Pawn still does transfer fees on guns shipped to Post Pawn or if you sell your firearm to another. They are your Pulsar and Rick's Thermal Scope headquarters and always offer 90-day layaway. For well over 50 years, Post Pawn has been the place to go for hunting supplies for all seasons, and they special order too. Post Pawn, more than just a first-rate pawn store, in the Gateway Shopping Center just outside the main gate of Fort Wood.
Hey, it's your tummy talking. Yeah, I know I'd normally just growl, but this is important so I don't start growling again. Yeah, this place can stop me from growling big time. At meetings, on dates, anywhere it's embarrassing.
If your tummy's talking, shut it up with Wagon Wheel Restaurant with locations in Richland, Crocker, and the food trailer available at Waynesville City Park too. After all, you gotta eat, and where better than Wagon Wheel Restaurant? And don't forget they have deli specials too, and a game room in Crocker. Wagon Wheel Restaurant is proud to be part of the communities they serve.
Throw goes down to second as we're about to get going today. Today's varsity baseball matchup. Again, the Crocker Lions here at home. They're out in the field. The Plato Eagles up to the plate. Connor Harbin here with you today. Z102.3. Glad you could join me for this one. Cole Chastain will get things started here for the Eagles. Again, as he will face Jackson Burney on the mound today. Burney, a right-hander. Chastain, he will also be batting from the right-hand side of the plate. Should be a good one. Crocker 7-3 have been on a tear as of late. First pitch is going to, looks like, miss the zone here. 1-0. Gonna have to try my best here today. Sitting behind home plate once again here. Ground floor, so can't really see a lot of these pitches go in. This one, though, misses. Low and outside. We go to 2-0. Hopefully we'll get some indication here for the umpire today. A nice loud strike call as well, but it is 2-0 here. 2 balls, no strikes. Next pitch from Bernie. That one also misses here. And it's 3-0 here to Chastain. Top of the lineup today for the Eagles. Chastain, Blake Holloway, Ryan Steinbrink after that. Next pitch on its way. That one's in there. And it is called strike 1. We go now to 3 balls, 1 strike. Next one on the way here. Check swing, held up, but it's still going to be called strike 2 here. From 3-0, we go full for the first time today, 3-2. Again, it's a hot one today, 85 degrees out of the shade. Payoff pitch, high and inside, ball 4. This game will start here with a leadoff walk to Chastain. So Chastain draws the walk, bringing us now to shortstop Blake Holloway. Another right-handed batter here for the Eagles. As Bernie tries to shake off that leadoff walk. Again, just getting things started here, just past the halfway point of the 4 o'clock hour today. First pitch. Misses, 1-0. Like I said, apologies in advance if I don't give you any specifics. It seemed like a good idea here. Sit right behind home plate. Unfortunately, I kind of forgot about the umpire. He's kind of important. So I can't really see that ball come across the plate today. Here's a pitch, though, that misses inside, looks like. 2-0. Well, I'll do our best today. As Chastain takes the lead over on first. Bernie now, of course, working from the stretch. Pitch on its way. Called strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here to the shortstop, Holloway. Catcher Ryan Steinbrink now on deck. Next offering from Bernie is actually a pickoff throw over to first. Chastain, though, diving back safely. Again, Ryan Steinbrink on deck. Marshall Breedlove after that. Drew Woodruff would be batting 5th. Next pitch, that one's low and away. 3 balls, 1 strike. Throwback getting away here from Bernie, but not far enough to move Chastain over to second. 3 balls, 1 strike. Man over on first. Pitch comes in. Upper outside corner here. Second straight batter. We'll see a full count. Payoff pitch on its way. Get you the fielding arrangement again for the Lions. Here maybe after this next pitch. Full count. Payoff pitch. Is a swing and a foul ball over the Plato dugout into the parking lot. Again, we'll do it again here at 3-2. Good crowd on hand for this one. Heat not keeping neither the Crocker nor Plato faithful away. Again, about 85 degrees outside. Next payoff pitch is a pickoff throw once more. Again, Chastain back. Still 3 balls. Still 2 strikes. No score. The second batter, top of the first. Payoff pitch in there. Strike 3 called. So Bernie comes back after the leadoff walk. Get the strikeout looking. Obviously his first of the day. And with 1 down, man still on first. It's catcher Ryan Steinbrink. So Steinbrink, another right-handed batter. He'll get his first look today. After this pitch, we'll start in on the Crocker defense. First pitch, swing and a miss. 0-1. So Bernie on the mound. Behind the plate today, Trip Caldwell. First base, Riley Foster. Second base, Logan Connell today. Third base, how about shortstop? You've got Colin Braslin. Third base, Landon Pierce. Outfield after the 0-1, outside, 1-1. Left fielder, Brock Ware. Center fielder, Eli Anderson. Then in right field, Jesse Goldsmith. Hagen Libbert will bat. He's your designated hitter, though. Pickoff throw to first once again. Nothing doing. Still 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 away. Another pickoff throw here. Chastain having to work over on first base. But again, back safely. Marshall Breedlove now on deck. Pitch, swing, ground ball up the middle. That one is going to get through. Gets through, and that's a base hit here for Steinbrink. Chastain moves over to second. And Steinbrink now stands on first. Man in scoring position now for the Eagles. For your cleanup hitter, designated hitter Marshall Breedlove. So Breedlove, right-handed batter. Good opportunity here in this cleanup spot. Bernie will look back to second now. First pitch. Misses high, 1-0. Fourth batter of the inning. Moves Drew Woodruff into the on-deck circle. Here's a swing. Pop up, but foul. Off somewhere. Lost it myself. Strike 1. How about strike 2? 2-2. Have to keep track myself today. Also no scoreboard assistance, it seems. 2-strike pitch. Misses. How about another 3-2 count? Or 1-2. Actually, time going to be called here. 2-1. That was a little wild. 2 balls, 1 strike. Let's all get on the same page. Here's a pitch. Ground ball over to short. Coming up on his Braslin, but it's off his glove. They make the stretch over at second, but it looks like everyone's safe. It's an error here on Crocker, and that'll be bases loaded. Oh, nope, they did get the tag over at second. So, they do at least turn something out of it. That's out number 2. But what could have been an ending double play. So Chastain over to third. Steinbrink, again, forced out at second. Breedlove will get a fielder's choice. And there will be an error here on Braslin. With 2 down now, Drew Woodruff will take a big cut. Missed it, though. It's 0-1 here to the Plato center fielder. Getting my vision over at second base. A little bit impeded today. It's another swing and a miss for strike 2. So very much apologies in advance. No balls, 2 strikes here to Woodruff. Left-handed hitter. Pitch from Bernie. In there, strike 3 called, and that ends the inning. So Plato puts runners at the corners, but ultimately find nothing here in this top half of the first. No runs, 1 hit. There was 1 error, and there were 2 runners left on base. So let's go ahead and get on into the bottom half of the inning. We'll see the Lions at the plate for the first time today. Back in 90, you're listening to Crocker Plato Frisco League Baseball, Z102.3.
It's a one-stop at the Lynchburg store on Highway 32. A convenience store in a convenient place, especially for those living off the beaten path that may need some supplies for dinner, an expected or unexpected get-together, and gas when the gauge is not looking real good. Lynchburg store on Highway 32. 113 years and still going strong. That's the Bank of Crocker, who opened their doors in 1911 when Crocker was a small railroad town. And while they're still a small town, banking services from the Bank of Crocker are as modern as any financial institutions in the big cities. Android and Apple mobile banking apps let you do your banking from anywhere around the globe. And at bankofcrocker.com, online banking is just a click away. They've also added branches in Waynesville, St. Robert, and Richland through the years. It's a world apart from what it was back in 1911, but the personal hometown banking service has not changed. The Bank of Crocker, member FDIC and equal housing lender. They're ready for the spring turkey season at Post Pawn in the Gateway Shopping Center in St. Robert. And if you're not, stop by. Post Spawn has just what you need in the way of guns and ammo to bag that gobbler. And Post Spawn also has a nice supply of crossbows. You'll find hunting supplies like knives and arrows and new and used military clothing, rain and cold weather gear as well. Post Spawn still does transfer fees on guns shipped to Post Spawn or if you sell your firearm to another. They are your Pulsar and Rick's Thermal Scope headquarters and always offer 90-day layaway. For well over 50 years, Post Spawn has been the place to go for hunting supplies for all seasons, and they special order too. Post Spawn, more than just a first-rate pawn store, in the Gateway Shopping Center just outside the main gate of Fort Wood.
Cole Chastain going through his warm-up toss as we are about to enter the bottom of the first. Catcher Ryan Steinbrink, of course, was on the base paths when that inning came to a close, so still going through more warm-up tosses here, but we should be getting going here. No score. Plato putting runners at the corners, but a second strikeout for Jackson Burney does get him on out of the inning. It's Connor Harbin with you, Z102.3, first of 3 broadcasts I'll have for you this week. Of course, one of 2 Frisco League games for you. We've got, of course, Crocker Plato today. On Tuesday, we're heading back to Waynesville. We got an Ozark Conference matchup, Waynesville and Lebanon for you. Of course, both teams headed to the COC next season, but they'll meet for the last time as Ozark Conference rivals. And then on Thursday, we've got Dixon and Richland for you. We'll see the Bulldogs once again. We'll see the Bears once again, but that game will be in Dixon. So make sure you head on out, or if you can't listen in, or if you can't make it on out there, I should say, make sure you listen on in. We'll have all that for you. Z102.3 as we move throughout the month of April. So the throw is down to second, and so we'll see pitcher Jackson Burney step up to the plate. Again, Burney 2 strikeouts in the top half of the inning. Gave up the leadoff walk to the man on the mound today for Plato. We'll see how our second pitcher v. pitcher matchup goes today. Both pitchers batting leadoff for their respective units. First pitch here to Burney is inside, and it's ball 1. Like I said, good crowd on hand today here in Crocker. Second pitch, 1-0 is high. 2-0 now. A little bit of traffic when I was pulling into Crocker today. Guess I coincided right as they got out of school. Here's a pitch that misses again, and it's already 3-0. Here to Burney. Nothing gives me more anxiety than after-school traffic. 3-0, taken all the way, but it's in there. Strike 1. Fortunately, with that 4:30 start time, I like to show up about 75, maybe an hour before games. It means I'm coming in right as school's getting out most of the time. 3-1 count to Burney. Next pitch misses inside. And just like the top of the first, the bottom of the first starts with a leadoff walk. So Burney trots down to first. That brings us to Eli Anderson. Chastain will hope for more deja vu here. Again, Burney in the top half of the first. Came back with a strikeout, but we'll see what Chastain can do here against Anderson. Center fielder today, batting from the right-hand side. Pickoff throw to first, though. Before we get a first pitch here, Burney slides back in. I like to show up early and make sure that I'm well-equipped. Can actually get on the air. Today was also kind of a problem. Anderson going to square up to bunt here. Pulls it back. Pitch missed. And it is 1-0, I believe. One ball, no strikes here to Anderson, who again will square up to bunt. Burney, modest lead over on first. Again, he'll pull it back, but the pitch is in there. Strike 1. Kind of leaving it up here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Landon Pierce stands in the on-deck circle. Go through your Plato lineup defensively after this pitch. Next one. Here's a swing, line drive. That actually is off of the second baseman into center field. Burney going to move on into third. Meanwhile, Anderson slides into second. Or did it hit Burney? It did, and that means he's out. Thought it might have bounced off of Carson Garrett out there at second, but it actually ricocheted off of Burney. Unfortunate situation there for Crocker, but on the play, they do still get Anderson on to second. So it'll still be a runner in scoring position here for the Lions. But there is one out now here for third baseman Landon Pierce. Don't see that every day. Bernie is all right, by the way. Here's a high fly ball to center field. Underneath it, Woodruff makes the catch. Runner is going to hold at second. Throw is wide into the Crocker dugout. Now there's going to be a play at third. It'll be a throwing error here on the center fielder Woodruff. And that gets Anderson over to third. So he was just going to tag up. By tag up, I mean hold up at second base. But then the throw went way too high. Almost hit Crocker head coach Alex Shelton over there. But that was what Anderson needed to get to third in the end. So runner on third here, 2 outs. Again, Pierce did fly out to center field. Catch was made out there. First pitch to Trip Caldwell. It's high and tight for ball 1. Plato in the field today. Chastain on the mound. Ryan Steinbrink behind the plate. Quentin Dilley over at first. Carson Garrett at second. Next pitch. Check swing, but it's in there. 1-1. Blake Holloway at short. Hayden Pinkston over at third. Left field, Wyatt Groves. Center field, Drew Woodruff. Right field, Chris Hildebrand. 1-1 pitch now. Also in there, strike 2. And again, your designated hitter today for Plato, Marshall Breedlove. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Caldwell. Pitch from Chastain, too high. About eye level, throw down to third after the pitch. Anderson's back. It's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Even count, bottom of the first, still no score, but Crocker threatening. Pitch on the way. Too low in the dirt. Steinbrink keeps it in front of him, 3-2. On deck here, shortstop Colin Braslin. In the hole, if Crocker goes any farther than that, Jesse Goldsmith waiting on. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chastain has his first strikeout of the day. Brings the Crocker first to a close. So now the team able to pick up a run here in the first. No runs, no hits. 1 error here for Plato, but 1 runner left on base. Top of the second coming up next. Still no score. Lions and Eagles. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball, Z102.3.
Hi, this is Brad Shelton at the Marys County Bank. Every day, the Marys County Bank touches every corner of your life and supports you as you turn your life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's purchasing your first car, opening a small business, buying a home, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. From your first car to a new life after retirement, the Marys County Bank is there for all your life's milestones with our full line of products. Stop by one of our 10 locations and see how the Marys County Bank can support your dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
113 years and still going strong. That's the Bank of Crocker, who opened their doors in 1911 when Crocker was a small railroad town. And while they're still a small town, banking services from the Bank of Crocker are as modern as any financial institutions in the big cities. Android and Apple mobile banking apps let you do your banking from anywhere around the globe. And at bankofcrocker.com, online banking is just a click away. They've also added branches in Waynesville, St. Robert, and Richland through the years. It's a world apart from what it was back in 1911, but the personal hometown banking service has not changed. The Bank of Crocker, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
What if you stepped out of the picture tonight? How would you want to be remembered? And who would make decisions about planning your funeral service? This is Martin Vernon, owner of Memorial Chapels and Crematory. We help families create meaningful services that respect and honor the memory of their loved one's life. At Memorial Chapels and Crematory, we offer our support and guidance when your family needs us the most.
Well, we got the top of the second coming up here shortly. Of course, waiting on catcher Trip Caldwell to get back behind the plate here. He was at the plate when that inning comes to a close. Still no score here between the Lions and the Plato Eagles today. Again, playing here just to the left of Crocker High School. Of course, Crocker High School, Crocker Elementary School, I do believe, as well. I believe all the schools here in one building here in Crocker, but we're to the left of it all. So the throw heads on down to second. It'll sail into center field. Hopefully not a sign of things to come here for the Lions, but they'll face 6, 7, and 8 for Plato. It'll be Garrett, Pinkston, and Dilley. Again, top of the second on a hot day here in Crocker. On Orbit, Z102.3. Glad you could join me for this one. Hopefully you had yourself a lovely weekend. Got to do the things you wanted to do. First pitch here, too. Carson Garrett is fouled off to the screen right in front of us here. 0-1. Garrett, second baseman, batting from the right-hand side. But gets ahead in the count here, 0-1. Jackson Burney again, still on the mound. He's able to find 2 strikeouts in that opening frame. Here's a swing, fly ball, right side, but well foul. Listen for the crunch. Maybe hit a car out there, I don't know. But it is 0-2 here to Garrett. Burney perhaps looking for his 3rd strikeout here in this young game. No balls, 2 strikes. Here comes Burney. Swing, fly ball sent out toward right. Goldsmith coming up on it. Has room, makes the catch, out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down here for the Eagles. Coming up next, third baseman Hayden Pinkston. Pinkston, left-handed hitter. Remember seeing him last year. Believe it was against the Newburgh Wolves. Believe through a new hitter. That was part of district play. Or else I'm imagining things. Something happened. First pitch, though, misses 1-0. Here's a swing. Long fly ball to left. Going to his right, Brock Ware. Has room. Again makes the catch. Out number 2. So back-to-back flyouts. 1 to right, 1 to left. Trying to keep the top of the second alive here. It's first baseman Quentin Dilley. Dilley, another left-handed batter, it looks like. Plato, 3 left-handed batters. He's going to swing away on the first pitch, pops it up. Didn't play. Burney coming up on it. Makes the catch once again, and that'll do it. Here for the Plato second. Very quick inning here for the Plato Eagles. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. Into the bottom of the second we go. Still no score between Crocker and Plato. Frisco League Baseball here on Z102.3.
Today is the day. After countless hours of research, cutting back expenses, and 9 months of anxiously waiting for her, today is the day you finally bring home your new car. It's also the day to protect her with an auto policy from Shelter Insurance. Our policies are competitively priced and include new car replacement coverage if anything were to happen to your new baby.
For a free insurance review,
For auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, John Gregory, your shelter insurance agent in Crocker.
Or stop by and see me, Dave Hallett, your shelter insurance agent in Richland.
Appliances. If you're needing appliances, come by Paul's Furniture. We've got the big name brands like Frigidaire, Maytag, Amana. They're all in stock and ready to go. Even the big box stores will make you wait weeks and weeks and weeks to get your appliances. We've got them here in stock, ready to go with free delivery and setup. If you're needing appliances, come by Paul's Furniture. We've got the big name brands like Frigidaire, Maytag, Amana. They're all in stock and ready to go. Even the big box stores will make you wait weeks and weeks and weeks to get your appliances. We're known for great deals in furniture. We've got great deals in appliances as well.
Make sure you're comfortable year-round. At Rivard Heating and Cooling, we offer a Comfort Club climate control system warranty plan to keep your system up and running at its best. Receive a heating and cooling tune-up and cleaning twice per year for one low cost. Sign up now and make sure your AC is working at its best before those hot and humid Missouri days arrive. We are not comfortable until you are. Rivard Heating and Cooling, an independent American Standard heating and cooling air conditioning dealer. 417-531-3551 or go online rivardheatingandcooling.com.
After 1, 2, 3 top half of the inning, it's time for the bottom of the second. Here in this one, Crocker and Plato, still no score, but the Lions back up to the plate. They'll have 5, 6, and 7. Braslin, Goldsmith, and Libbert all set to face here again the Plato hurler, Cole Chastain. Connor Harbit, Z102.3, top of the hour. Glad you're listening in. We're a couple minutes to the top of the hour, but might as well get your pseudo ID check in now here. Again, it's Colin Braslin. Be the first one to face Chastain here in the second. Crocker 1 hit today, had to go back and retcon. I know I said no hits after the first. Had to give a hit to Eli Anderson in the end. It was a hard hit line drive. ended up being an out, but only because it bounced off of Bernie. Here's a swing and a miss. And it's strike one. Admittedly, not a situation I see all too often. And again, my scoring very unofficial. But we'll give him a hit. 0-1 pitch now here to Braslin. Watch this time. Again in the zone. It's quickly 0-2. I am both incredibly lenient and incredibly strict when it comes to scoring. 0-2 pitch. Hard hit line drive, but it's foul. Off the school. But it stays 0-2. Not a lot of room out there. Between 1, the parking lot, and 2, the school itself. It's very possible. 0-2 pitch, next one. Popped it up. Right side of the infield. Garrett underneath. Has to step back a little bit, but still able to watch it in for out number 1. So Braslin will pop out. And here comes right fielder Jesse Goldsmith. Wearing number 22. And entering to Taylor Swift's 22. Nice. He's batting from the right-hand side. That's creative. First pitch. Swing. Ground ball up the middle. Garrett moving to his right, but he's not going to get to it. Goldsmith has a base hit. Second hit of the day for the Lions as Goldsmith heads down to first. Trying to move him around here with 1 out. It's designated hitter Hagen Libert. Libert, right-handed batter. First time seeing Chastain today. And 7th batter in the lineup. Slightly open stance. Now time called. Time was called by the umpire. Talking to the first baseman here. Actually heard that pretty clearly. We'll explain it here after this first pitch. Here it is. In there, inner half, strike 1. Just telling Dilly over there. Hold the runner on. Both feet have to be in fair territory. I believe Dilly had his left foot in foul territory there. Easily remedied. But it is 0-1. Here, Libert. Next pitch now. Swing. Ground ball right back to the mound. It's actually going to be the catcher Steinbrink who handles it. Only play will be at first. But they do get it there. 2-3 the play. Swinging bunt in the end, more like it. But there's 2 down. A runner on second now for first baseman Riley Foster. RBI opportunity here for the first baseman. Batting 8th today. I didn't already mention it. Left-handed batter. If you didn't hear it there, batting from the left-hand side. Straightaway stance. First pitch from Chastain. It's a fastball outside. 1-0. After this, Brock Ware on deck. And after that, we're back to the top of the lineup. Next pitch on the way to Foster here. Outside. 2-0. Goldsmith again stands on second. Takes a sizable lead out there. Another pitch outside, 3-0. First baseman occupied. Wouldn't move the lead runner on a walk. Just would put another man on here. Again, there's 2 outs, the pop out, and the ground out. Pitch from Chastain here now. 3-0. Also outside, ball 4. Foster will draw the 4-pitch walk. So Foster on to first. 2 men on now for Crocker. Coming up, left fielder Brock Ware. Ware, right-handed batter. He'll step in here. Very much crowding the plate, looks like here. Inner half of the batter's box. Again to face Chastain. First pitch. Misses low. Ball 1. After this, it's back to the top of the lineup. Jackson Burney on deck. Eli Anderson would bat after that if the inning continues on. Again, still 2 outs. Next pitch, a fastball high. 2-0 here to Ware. Chastain, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Again, has given up the 2 hits, the 1 error behind him, the error not leading to anything. Did put a runner on third. Little drama in that first inning. Pitch, gonna hit him. Gonna say it grazed him. Ware heads on down to first. It's bases loaded with 2 outs. Bases loaded here for the top of the lineup, Jackson Burney. So big opportunity here for the top of the lineup, specifically Burney, trying to help out his own cause here, trying to score the game's first run. Hit to the outfield, maybe the game's first couple of runs. Obviously, 1 goes over the fence. More than a couple runs. But a big spot here for both batter and pitcher. First pitch is in there for a called strike 1. Wind picking up slightly here in Crocker today. Times it's been rather calm. Other times it blows right on through. Next pitch, missed the corner. Outside's the call. 1-1. Of course, weird to say, after our experiences in Richland last week, I kind of missed the wind a little bit. Wish it would come back here a little more. Here's another foul ball off to the right. Somebody took one off the hood there. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Perhaps the game's most important pitch coming up here. At least so far. Chastain looks for his second strikeout. Pitch from the stretch. Swing, fly ball, right side, but again foul. Still 1-2. Of course, if you listen into that Richland-Summersville game last week, you know I spent a little bit of time, not too much I'd like to think, complaining about the wind and the cold. Well, today's hotter temperatures, I'm already kind of missing it a little bit. Funny how that works. But it is still 1-2 here. Burney stands back in here. Left foot pointing toward first base. Pitch is a swing and a line drive out toward right. Coming up, though, is Hildebrand, but he missed it. It got by him. That will score 1 run, make it 2. They're going to look for 3. Meanwhile, that's going to be Burney heading on into third. They're going to hold him right there. It's a 3 RBI triple. And Crocker takes a 3-0 lead here in the second. That ball got by the glove of Hildebrand. Goldsmith, of course, scores from third. Foster scores from second. And Ware hustling, able to score all the way from first. In 3 RBIs and a triple for Burney. Crocker opening things up here, all with 2 outs, I might add. And a chance for more here as Eli Anderson stands in. So Anderson trying to bring Burney home now. Pitch missing high. Missed the first pitch of the at-bat, trying to get an indication here. We'll catch you up here shortly. Next pitch outside. And it is... Well, hopefully we'll figure it out. I believe it might be 2-1. Next offering up here. That's going to be called a strike. Yep, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Anderson. It's 1 for 1 again. That base hit back in the first. 2-strike pitch, high and inside. Actually, that was ball 4. Apologies. But he does draw the walk. It's runners at the corners. So first and third here. 8th hitter of the inning coming up for Crocker. It's third baseman Landon Pierce. Pierce 0 for 1. Flew out to center field. Back in the first. First pitch, high, ball 1. Again, it's Bernie on third. Anderson now on first. It's all with 2 outs. Next pitch from Chastain. Ground ball up the middle. That's going to get through. That scores another run here for Crocker. Anderson stops at second. Bernie will score. It's an RBI single for Pierce. And it's 4-0 Crocker. So the 2-out rally continues now. Next up, the 9th hitter of the inning here, Trip Caldwell. Crocker's officially batted around here in the second. First pitch to him here, strike 1. Four runs across on 3 hits. 2 walks and a hit by pitch. Next one, too low, 1-1. Runners on first and second. Anderson on second. Pierce on first. Caldwell at the plate and Colin Braslin on deck. Again, he started the inning with a pop out to second. Here's a swing. Hard line drive, but foul left side. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes here to Caldwell, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout today. He ended the first with a swinging strikeout. So far today, the only strikeout for Plato starter Cole Chastain. Next pitch, ground ball, third base side, gets through. That's a base hit. That's going to get by Groves out and left. 1 run's going to score. They're going to try to make it 2. Meanwhile, the ball finally picked up there against the wall. It is going to be 2 runs. And Crocker takes a 6-0 lead now. Caldwell on the play, ends up at second. He'll get the single. Moving to second on the error out and left. Meanwhile, Anderson and Pierce both score on the play. Before we get to Colin Braslin for the second time this inning, we're going to have a visit to the mound. So things have really opened up here for the Lions. Again, all 6 of these runs have come with 2 outs. It was the pop out to second to begin. Then the single for Goldsmith. Then the swinging bunt, 2-3, the ground out. But then a walk, a hit by pitch, a 3 RBI triple. Another walk, an RBI single. And now a single here for Caldwell. And again, Crocker has batted around here, plating 6. 10th batter to the inning. Here's Colin Braslin. So again, Braslin got this thing started with that pop out. But gonna get another crack at it. First pitch outside, ball 1. So Braslin 0 for 1 today. Next pitch, swing, foul ball. That's dangerously close to my car, but I didn't hear anything. 1-1. Remember last year, of course, I maybe have mentioned a couple times this season, my one and only fear in life is my car taking a baseball to the windshield. Here's a swing, line drive, right side. Again out of play, still 2 strikes. I'm constantly fighting an inner battle between parking close so I don't have to lift my equipment as far, and parking far away, so I don't have to worry about that sort of thing. Today, the former one out, because I had to bring a table in. Next two-strike pitch, ground ball heading over towards second. Garrett scoops it up, play over at first, in time, and that's the final out of the inning. But a two-out rally for the Crocker Lions. Played 6 runs. 6 runs coming across here on 4 hits. There was 1 error, and there was 1 runner left over on base. Let's go to the top of the third here in Crocker. Lions now lead over the Plato Eagles 6-0. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball here on Z102.3.
If April showers bring the May flowers, your vehicle needs good wiper blades, and they have them at your Napa Parts store, St. Robert Auto Supply. Save $16 a pair on Trico silicone ceramic or Titan beam wiper blades. Similar savings on the Napa brand, $5.49 a gallon for the Peak 30 all-in-one orange windshield wash. If it's dirty, St. Robert Auto Supply has all the stuff to get it clean again. Seafoam products remain on sale all this month at your Napa Parts store, St. Robert Auto Supply off Missouri Avenue, and get the good stuff 7 days a week.
We all have our faves.
I love baseball.
I love football. But there's one thing we all love.
Pizza!
If you need to satisfy that competitive appetite, we got your slice right here.
Domino's Pizza in St. Robert during and after the game. Try the perfect combo deal. Pizza, side, and a drink for $19.99. Call in for our carry-out special. 1 topping pizza for $7.99. Domino's Mix and Match is only $6.99. Check it out online at Domino's.com or call your order in at 573-336-3400. Domino's Pizza, 213 St. Robert Boulevard.
Life doesn't wait for office hours. Are you sick but can't make it to your provider's office or walk-in clinic? Not feeling well while traveling? Access on-demand care 24/7 with the Phelps Health Key Care video visit. Video visits are a great option to treat a wide range of minor medical issues, from allergies and colds to sore throats, sprains, and more. Save time and access reliable virtual health care from the comfort of your home. Visit phelpshealth.org to get care now.
Wyatt Groves to start things out here for Plato as we've reached the top of the third now. 6-0 our score in favor of Crocker. Big inning for the Lions in the bottom of the second. 10 batters, 6 runs. But Plato now trying to get a little bit back here. Again, it is Wyatt Groves trying to lay down a bunt here. Bunts it foul. Here to the left-hand side. 9-1-2. Here for the Eagles. 1-1 count here to the left fielder Groves. After this, back to the top of the order with Cole Chastain. 1-strike pitch from Bernie, misses high, 2-1. Plato 1 hit today. Went 1-2-3 in the second. Trying to avoid a similar fate. Here's a swing, fly ball, long fly ball out to left. That's got some distance, that's gone. That's a solo home run for Groves, who actually had no idea he hit that over the fence. They have to tell him out there, but he'll touch them all. 6-1 now with 5-run lead for Crocker. Number 9 hitter, Wyatt Groves. All the way over the left field fence. And again, they'll cut the lead to 5. So Plato's got a run on the board here. Lead-off home run. Back to the top of the order now, Cole Chastain. Chastain today, 0 for 0. Walked to start the game. Got as far as third, but was left stranded there in that first inning. Facing a 1-0 count. Make it 1-1 now. One and one. Next pitch. Swing. Chopped foul, though. 1-2. On deck now, Blake Holloway. Again, Ryan Steinbrink waiting on. Nobody out. Top of the third. 6-1. in favor of Crocker. Next pitch. Swing, line drive out towards center. That's going to get down for a base hit. Chastain will head on into first. He'll stop right there. Back-to-back base hits to start the inning here for Plato. Coming up next, Blake Hallway. Hallway, a strikeout victim. He struck out looking in the first. 0 for 1 in today's game. Second trip. Chastain takes the lead over on first. Bernie delivers the first pitch of the at-bat. Down the middle, strike one. Thank you to all of our sponsors for joining us for today's game. As always, we'll go through the list here in just a moment. Got some additions for today's Frisco League game. Here's a swing. Excuse me, not a swing, rather. Don't know where my head was at, but a pitch low and outside. Here to Holloway. I'll tell you where my mind was at. Here's a pickoff throw to first. Good spot for it, but Chastain got back to the bat. It was on my sponsors. Pitch to Holloway, taking off is Chastain. Swing and a miss, throw it on to second. It's well wide. Chastain's got himself a stolen base. Meanwhile, the swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Runner in scoring position here for Plato. And the next pitch. Swing, ground ball up the middle. Runner back to second. Meanwhile, over at second, Connell having trouble bringing it in. Throw's not going to be in time. It's an error on Connell, and Holloway's safe. Second error of the game here on Crocker. Coming up next here, Ryan Steinbrink. Runners on first and second now. Still nobody out. Big chance here for Plato to get some of those runs back. Before we get to Steinbrink, though, time's called. And it's an infield visit here for Crocker. So big thank you to our sponsors. Let's go through that list now. If there's ever a time to do it. Thank you to Mary's County Bank, the Bank of Crocker, Waynesville Memorial Chapel, Shelter Mutual Insurance, Paul's Furniture, Rivard Heating and Cooling, St. Robert Auto Supply, Domino's of St. Robert, Phelps Health, Lowe Chevrolet, Action Automotive, Post Pond, Wagon Wheel Restaurant, Lynchburg Store, and again, Bank of Crocker and Post Pond as well. Big thank you to all of you for joining me for today's game, or else I couldn't do these. I have to stay at home, writing news. No offense, of course, to news and anybody who writes it for us, including myself. But I'd much rather be out here calling some high school baseball for you. And, of course, big thank you to Misha as well. High school sports would still happen without him, but it'd probably be a little more disorganized. If there's anything I love, it's organization. So we'll get back to it here after the meeting. Jackson Burney still on the mound here. No changes just yet. It is first and second. Nobody out. Ryan Steinbrink to the plate. Steinbrink 1 for 1 in today's game. Ripped off a single last time. However, was rolled up at second, part of a fielder's choice. First pitch. Has to duck out of the way of that one. 1-0. On deck now, Marshall Breedlove. Drew Woodruff would be after that. 1-0 pitch on the way to the Plato catcher. Too low. 2-0. Top of the third. Here for you. 5:22 according to my mark. This game about 50 minutes old. 6-1 our score in favor of Crocker. Next pitch. Down the middle. Strike one. Time now called. Here by Steinbrink. Steps out, now back in. Face a one-strike pitch. On its way now. Swing. Long fly ball to center. Anderson looks like he's got room out there. Makes the catch. Out number one. Runners will hold. Anderson gets it back in quickly enough. Out number 1. Runner still hanging out first and second here for the cleanup hitter, Marshall Breedlove. Breedlove stands in for the second time today, 0 for 1. Reached on a fielder's choice back in the first. He was left stranded over on first. First pitch to Breedlove here. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Bernie had 2 strikeouts in the first. Got the 1-2-3 second, but having to do a little more work here in the third. Gave up that solo home run to begin the inning. Wyatt Groves over the left field fence. But now here's a ball that gets away here from Caldwell. Runners move up to second and third now. No double play, perhaps, to get out of the inning now. Now 2 runners in scoring position here. Bernie takes the walk back to the mound here. Next pitch to Breedlove. Swing and a miss once more. Strike 2. We're about 2-1. I don't know where my head was at again. Or actually 1-2. I was right. Knew we had a couple swings and misses. 2-strike pitch from Bernie now. Swing and a miss. Drop third strike. They'll apply the tag. And that'll be 2 outs. So with the strikeout to Breedlove. Third strikeout of the day for Bernie. Runner still on second and third. Here's center fielder Drew Woodruff. Woodruff, he struck out in his first at-bat. Here's a swing and a miss here. 0-1. For Plato, 6th hitter of the inning. Again, trying to take advantage of that. Single and an error. Here's a ground ball right back up the middle, and there you go. Scores 1 here. They're going to try for 2. Rounding third, and Hallway's going to score as well. It's a 2 RBI single for Drew Woodruff. 6-3 now. Ground ball right up the middle. Bernie couldn't get the glove on it. Moves on into center field. Gives plenty of time for Chastain and Hallway to both score. Woodruff's got his RBIs, and Plato's cut this Crocker lead to 3. So again, 6-3 your score. Carson Garrett next up. Woodruff standing over on first. First pitch in there, strike 1. Looks like it found the outer half of the zone here. Garrett, he started the second with a fly out to right. Trying again here. Here's a ground ball in the left field for another base hit. Ware there to bring it back in, but Woodruff moves over to second. Garrett on over to first. First and second now here for Plato. Tying run coming to the plate here. Third baseman Hayden Pinkston. There are 2 outs. First pitch, high this time, ball 1. Pinkston flew out to left with 1 out in the second. Has that RBI opportunity, though, with that runner on second, Drew Woodruff. Wind blowing out to left field. Next pitch, here's a swing. Fly ball. Out towards center. Anderson has to come a long way for it, but does make the catch to end the inning. But Plato gets a little bit back here. They find 3 runs, including a solo home run for left fielder Wyatt Groves. 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error, and 2 runners left on base. That'll move us to the bottom of the third here. Crocker still leading by 3, though. It's 6-3. We're back in 90 seconds. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball here on Z102.3.
Hi, this is Brad Shelton at the Marys County Bank. Every day, the Marys County Bank touches every corner of your life and support you as you turn your life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's purchasing your first car, opening a small business, buying a home, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. From your first car to a new life after retirement, the Marys County Bank is there for all your life's milestones with our full line of products. Stop by one of our 10 locations and see how the Marys County Bank can support your dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
113 years and still going strong. That's the Bank of Crocker, who opened their doors in 1911 when Crocker was a small railroad town. And while they're still a small town, banking services from the Bank of Crocker are as modern as any financial institutions in the big cities. Android and Apple mobile banking apps let you do your banking from anywhere around the globe. And at bankofcrocker.com, online banking is just a click away. They've also added branches in Waynesville, St. Robert, and Richland through the years. It's a world apart from what it was back in 1911, but the personal hometown banking service has not changed. The Bank of Crocker, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
What if you stepped out of the picture tonight? How would you want to be remembered? And who would make decisions about planning your funeral service? This is Martin Vernon, owner of Memorial Chapels and Crematory. We help families create meaningful services that respect and honor the memory of their loved one's life. At Memorial Chapels and Crematory, we offer our support and guidance when your family needs us the most.
Bottom of the third here in Crocker. Lots of runs scored in our last couple of half innings here. 6-3 now our score. Crocker plating 6 in the bottom half of the second. Plato comes right back with 3 runs themselves. See if Crocker can keep their offensive momentum going here. They're sending 10 to the plate in that second inning. 6, 7, and 8 here. Jesse Goldsmith swinging away. First pitch of the inning. Line drive right side, but just foul. He'll come back to an 0-1 count. It's Connor Harbin here today. Z102.3, halfway through the 5 o'clock hour. This game now officially 1 hour old. And again, glad you could join us for this one. First to 3 this week. Got Waynesville, Lebanon tomorrow. Dixon, Richland on Thursday. Next pitch on the way. That one also drops in here. 1-2. Past that point, we'll see the Iberia Rangers again here real soon. Of course, they're enjoying some success this season. I believe we'll see them take on Lakeway. Second time we'll see the Hornets here this season. Then we'll have Waynesville, Eldon after that, so on and so forth. Next pitch on the way to Goldsmith, in there, strike 3 call. Third inning, and to start off with a strikeout here for Chastain. Cole Chastain, of course. Strikeout number 2 for him. Brings us now to designated hitter Hagen Libert. Libert comes to the plate, 0 for 1 today. Grounded out to the catcher. Swinging away. Set one just in front of home plate. Again, was thrown out by Steinbrink. That was the last out for a while for Crocker. Then they managed to find themselves 6 runs after that point. But he is 0 for 1 today. 1-0. Pitch on the way. Here's a swing and a miss. Evens it back up now, 1-1. After Libert, Riley Foster waiting on. And Brock Ware, if the inning continues. Here's a pitch high and inside. One and one. Guess I lost a pitch again there. 1-1 here. That one's inside, or should I say the inner half of the plate. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Thank you, sir. Chastain looking for back-to-back strikeouts. He's got it. Swing and a miss this time. Goldsmith strikes out looking. Libert strikes out swinging. Plato may be looking for the 1-2-3 inning here. They've got first baseman Riley Foster to get through next. Foster drew a walk his last time up. He later scored on that 3 RBI triple. A couple batters later, Swinging away, first pitch, fouls one off here. 0-1. 3 RBI triple, pretty much the difference maker here at this moment. Of course, a 3-run game, 6-3. Now here's a line drive out towards center field, but playable, however. Woodruff makes the catch and ends the inning. So Crocker goes down in order here in the third. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. Still 6-3 as we head on into the top of the fourth. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball here on Z102.3.
Today is the day. After countless hours of research, cutting back expenses, and 9 months of anxiously waiting for her, today is the day you finally bring home your new car. It's also the day to protect her with an auto policy from Shelter Insurance. Our policies are competitively priced and include new car replacement coverage if anything were to happen to your new baby.
For a free insurance review,
For auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, John Gregory, your shelter insurance agent in Crocker.
Or stop by and see me, Dave Howlett, your shelter insurance agent in Richland.
Appliances. If you're needing appliances, come by Paul's Furniture. We've got the big name brands like Frigidaire, Maytag, Amana. They're all in stock and ready to go. Even the big box stores will make you wait weeks and weeks and weeks to get your appliances. We've got them here in stock, ready to go with free delivery and setup. If you're needing appliances, come by Paul's Furniture. We've got the big name brands like Frigidaire, Maytag, Amana. They're all in stock and ready to go. Even the big box stores will make you wait weeks and weeks and weeks to get your appliances. We're known for great deals in furniture. We've got great deals in appliances as well.
Make sure you're comfortable year-round. At Rivard Heating and Cooling, we offer a Comfort Club Climate Control System warranty plan to keep your system up and running at its best. Receive a heating and cooling tune-up and cleaning twice per year for one low cost. Sign up now and make sure your AC is working at its best before those hot and humid Missouri days arrive. We are not comfortable until you are. Rivard Heating and Cooling, an independent American Standard heating and cooling air conditioning dealer. 417-531-3551 or go online rivardheatingandcooling.com.
Well, they're doing a little bit of work on the mound here in between innings here today. Top of the fourth. 6-3 our score. Crocker leads Plato here in a Frisco League showdown, also a district showdown. So as Jackson Burney continues through his warm-up tosses here, we've got a little bit of extra time. Let's take a look at your district standings. Again, Class 2, District 9, these two teams, part of a 6-team district. At the top, the Iberia Rangers. Of course, they are still very much undefeated here, 14-0. To start the year. Of course, we saw the Rangers earlier take on the Licking Wildcats, probably number 1 and number 2 in the Frisco League here this season. It was Iberia coming out on top, so they are still very much undefeated after that point. Let's see. Let's check in with the Rangers here. They ended up playing, looks like, lots of games actually. I guess it was over 10 days ago. Where's the time gone? 5-2 win over Eugene, 10-0 win over Stoutland, a win over Dixon, Prairie Home with Bunston, Colcamp, and Lincoln. They've all defeated since then. Second seed at this point. Looks like it would be either Crocker or Vienna. Crocker 7-3, Vienna, they've played a lot more games. They are 11-5. Hartville 6-6, Plato 5-8, and then Lakeway, who we will see, I believe, next week. They are 1-6 here at the moment. That's kind of your Class 2 District 9 look-see there. And I believe that is the district we'll be watching come district tournament play, or at least watching in person, broadcasting for you for 102.3. So, at the plate here for Plato, as they try to cut into this deficit a little bit, it's Quentin Dilly. Swing and a miss on the first pitch, 0-1. But now a foul ball left side makes it 0-2. Of course, we'll watch all of our Frisco League teams. As long as this team stays alive, we'll be there for you. Of course, you got Stoutland and Richland playing in Class 1 this year. And then Licking and Dixon up in Class 3. Here's a pitch high here. Dilly lays off, 1-2. Dilly, Groves, Chastain, 8-9-1. Next two-strike pitch from Burney, low and inside this time in the dirt. Gets away, 2-2. Dilly 0 for 1 today, popped out to the pitcher, just in front of home plate. High in the sky, Burney coming up on it to make the grab. That'd end the second. And again, that 1-2-3 inning. 3 runs, 5 hits today for the Eagles. Next pitch, inside. From 0-2, we go now to 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And now a pitch up high. I guess I was, well, nope, now they'll say it's full. Sorry. Don't ever listen to me. Here's the payoff pitch, strike 3 called. Well, that turned in a hurry. Thought they had the count full. Never mind, never mind. Strike 3 called. Bernie has his 4th strikeout of the day. 1 out here for Wyatt Groves. Now they're going to talk about it. They'll confer here. They'll confirm it was, in fact, ball 3. And the inning will continue on here. So 1 out. My most earnest apologies. And here's Wyatt Groves back to the plate. He takes a called first strike. Groves, of course, 1 for 1. The solo shot to start out the 3rd inning. Home run over the left field fence. Here's a swing and a miss, and it's now 0-2. So Bernie trying to get back on him here. Maybe trying to find back-to-back strikeouts here on the 0-2. Here is the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that'll sit down Groves. Back-to-back strikeouts for Bernie. And we're back to the top of the order. Cole Chastain. So Chastain up for the 3rd time here in 4 innings. 1 for 1. Watches the first pitch go by. Low and outside, ball 1. Chastain was walked in the 1st, and then again left stranded on 3rd. Singled in the 3rd, stole 2nd. Eventually came around to score. Part of a 2 RBI single, Drew Woodruff. Next pitch was in there, and it's 1-1. Even count. Next one here, again low and outside. 2-1 here to Chastain. And it's Blake Holloway on deck. Chastain, we'll see strike 2 go on by. 2-2. Two-strike pitch in the dirt. And it's 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Now we definitely know this one's full. Payoff pitch. Missed it. Ball 4. Bernie thought he had strike 3. Well, the crowd did as well, but it is called ball 4. Chastain will walk for the 2nd time in this one. And Plato's got a 2-out base runner here for Blake Holloway. Holloway, who's 0 for 2 today. Has reached base, however. So he watches the first pitch and at the knees for strike 1. Strikeout looking in the 1st, but then reached on an error over at 2nd in the 3rd. That would come back to haunt Crocker a little bit. A couple batters later, 2 RBI single. Scored Holloway. There's a swing, foul tip, but into the glove here. 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes. Here to the Plato shortstop. Bernie, pick-off throw to first. Chastain dives back. And we'll still wait here on the 2-strike pitch. Here it is. Bernie fires. In there, strike 3. So Bernie will find 3 strikeouts here in this inning. 2 looking, 1 swinging. A walk thrown in there as well. But ultimately, nothing comes to pass. For Plato in the 4th, no runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left on base. Officially halfway through this one. Bottom of the 4th coming up next with Crocker leading Plato 6-3. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball, Z102.3.
If April showers bring the May flowers, your vehicle needs good wiper blades, and they have them at your Napa Parts store, St. Robert Auto Supply. Save $16 a pair on Trico silicone ceramic or Titan beam wiper blades. Similar savings on the Napa brand, $5.49 a gallon for the Peak 30 all-in-one orange windshield wash. If it's dirty, St. Robert Auto Supply has all the stuff to get it clean again. Seafoam products remain on sale all this month at your Napa Parts store, St. Robert Auto Supply off Missouri Avenue, and get the good stuff 7 days a week.
We all have our faves.
I love baseball.
I love football. But there's one thing we all love.
Pizza!
If you need to satisfy that competitive appetite, we got your slice right here.
Domino's Pizza in St. Robert during and after the game. Try the perfect combo deal. Pizza, side, and a drink for $19.99. Call in for our carry-out special. One topping pizza for $7.99. Domino's Mix and Match is only $6.99. Check it out online at Domino's.com or call your order in at 573-336-3400. Domino's Pizza, 213 St. Robert Boulevard.
Life doesn't wait for office hours. Are you sick but can't make it to your provider's office or walk-in clinic? Not feeling well while traveling? Access on-demand care 24/7 with the Phelps Health Key Care video visit. Video visits are a great option to treat a wide range of minor medical issues, from allergies and colds to sore throats, sprains, and more. Save time and access reliable virtual health care from the comfort of your home. Visit phelpshealth.org to get care now.
We're in the bottom of the fourth here in Crocker. Home team, the Crocker Lions, they've got a lead. 6-3 over the visiting Plato Eagles today. A burst of scoring from both our sides today, but a bit of a pause on all of that. We'll see if Crocker, can find some runs here in the bottom of the fourth. They're being held 1-2-3 in that third inning. 9-1-2 coming up to the plate. Brock Ware to start things out. Of course, Connor Harvitt here with you today. Z102.3. Cole Chastain still on the mound for the Eagles. He delivers a first pitch too high, ball one. Brock Ware up for the second time today. He's hit by a pitch. His first time up. Part of that second inning. Now he'll be hit by a pitch once more. Going to be hit once again here in the fourth. He'll take his base. We're back to the top of the order here. Jackson Burney. Before we get to it, though, time going to be called. It's the Crocker coach talking things over. Something's being explained out there. I'm not quite sure what it be. But we'll see if it makes a change here. Won't. Game state still the same. Ware over on first. And Jackson Burney up for the third time here. Burney 1 for 1, 3 RBIs today. That 3 RBI triple back in the second. Opened up the game 3-0 at the time in favor of the Lions. Of course, they'd make it 6-0 before Plato found 3 runs themselves. Burney squaring up to bunt, pulled it back, but pitch curled back in the zone. It's 0-1. We're going to take a lead over on first. Chastain working from the stretch here. Burney looking to swing away this time. He'll swing. Fly ball, center field. Woodruff moving to his right. Makes the catch, out number 1. So Burney flies out. He's retired for the first time today. Now, shortstop Eli Anderson. Anderson 1 for 1 here as well. Singled in the first, walked in the second. One out, man on first. Pickoff throw to first. Tag applied, but not in time. Ware's back safe. So now we'll get that first pitch to Anderson, looks like. Chastain comes set. Pitch. Anderson briefly looking to bunt, pulled it back, didn't like it, but it's in the zone. Strike 1. On deck, Landon Pierce. Getting third time through the Crocker lineup today. One strike pitch, outside, throw to first. That gets by into right field. Hildebrand will have to run it down. Meanwhile, Ware will move over to second. It's an error on Steinbrink. Runner in scoring position now. So 1-1's your count. Pitch was outside. But the error on Steinbrink now has Ware in scoring position. Anderson can find some room. He'll square up to bunt, though. Bunts it fair down the first base line. Could be trouble. Nobody's covering. He's going to beat it to the bag. So Anderson, who was maybe just looking for a sacrifice, ends up bunting for a hit. Laid it right in the middle of Dilly, Garrett, and Chastain. All three of them kind of went after it. Left nobody to cover the bag. So Anderson beats it out. He'll get his second hit of the day. Ware moves over to third on the play. And it's runners at the corners with one out. Here for third baseman Landon Pierce. Great location for a bunt there from Anderson. First pitch, though, to Pierce. In at the knees, strike one. And both starters still in the game. Plato, Cole Chastain. 2 strikeouts today. 5 of the 6 runs have been earned. Here's a pitch well inside. 1-1. He's given up 6 runs today, 5 hits. Now 6 hits with that bunt single for Anderson. And again, 5 earned runs. The pitch, high this time. 2-1. Next one, looks like it was just outside. 3-1. Walk loads him up. Second base currently empty. Would move Anderson on over to second, but keep that runner over on third. Hitters count. Chastain, the 3-1. Swing, fly ball left side, but it hooks foul. Come back here and it'll be full, 3-2. Full count to Pierce. As Chastain hunts for that third strikeout today. 3 walks on top of the 2 strikeouts. Couple hit by pitches as well. Payoff pitch. Swing, ground ball, right side. That gets through. That's going to score a run. Ware will score. Pierce stops at first. Runner from first, that would be Anderson. He's all the way to third. Still runners at the corner. 7-3 now, Crocker. RBI single here for Landon Pierce. His second RBI of the game. And again, the Lions now lead by 4. So 1 out. And the first pitch to Trip Caldwell's outside. Ball 1. Caldwell 1 for 2. 1 for 2 with an RBI. Struck out swinging in the first. An RBI single in the second, but was left stranded over on second. Next pitch also inside. It's 2-0. 5th hitter of the inning here for Crocker. Again, we're in the bottom of the 4th. Across the halfway point in this one. Almost an hour and a half in. Next pitch here. Big swing and a miss. Chastain will get a strike back, and it's 2-1. And as I mentioned earlier today, Plato well supported. Plato off to my right. Crocker out to my left. Obviously the Lions got a strong following again this year. 2-1. High and inside. Ball 3. Hitters count here to Caldwell. 3-1. Chastain will look to throw a strike. Here it is. Nope. Low. Ball 4. Base is loaded now. with one out. Caldwell on base for the second time. Pierce moves over to second. Anderson still hanging out on third. Trying to bring at least one of them home here. Colin Braslin. Braslin 0 for 2 in today's game. He'll be looking to correct course here. After a pop out to second in the second. And a ground out to second, also in the second. Batted twice in that second inning. Both started and ended that 6-run inning. First pitch is called strike one. Very wide stance for Braslin. Next one, too high. 1-1. Left foot planted firmly down the third base line. Right foot a little bit closer to home plate. 1-1 pitch now to Braslin. In the dirt, ball 2. Chastain has to watch himself a little bit. A walk here obviously brings home a run. What is now a 7-3 game. Crocker leading by 4. 2-1, also too high, 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. One more errant pitch. That would give Crocker a 5-run lead. Pitch from Chastain. Swing. Fly ball out toward right center, but it's going to be caught out there by Woodruff. Meanwhile, they'll send the runner home, and he will be in there. It's a sacrifice fly for Braslin. And they'll get the run in the end. It's 8-3 Crocker. That's out number 2. Again, as Anderson scores from third, Pierce also moves over to third on the play. It's back to runners at the corners now. For right fielder Jesse Goldsmith. Goldsmith 1 for 2. Single and a strikeout. The single came back in the second. First pitch in there, called strike 1. Goldsmith is one of the 3 who scored on the 3 RBI triple for Bernie later on in that second. But again, struck out looking to begin the third. Facing an 0-1 count here. Next pitch, high. Runner takes off, but they'll quickly throw it on back here. Meanwhile, they'll finally let Caldwell get all the way on over to second as the sprinkler turns on. Well, good thing he went ahead and finished his run over to second, or else he would have gotten drenched out there. So we got to go hit the off switch. Well, a little bit of moisture. Again, the count 0-2 to Goldsmith, by the way, as soon as we get back to it here. There they go. But, again, Caldwell now stands over at second. Aggressive throw back to the pitcher. Caldwell kind of stopped in his tracks, was in between first and second. And then Chastain just kind of watched him into second. Kind of just gave him the bag there. Obviously, with 2 outs, maybe the batter most important, especially with an 0-2 count. Pitch from Chastain. Looking good. Called strike 3. So Goldsmith strikes out for the second time in this one. Third strikeout for Cole Chastain, and that'll get him out of the fourth. But Crocker does play 2 more runs. 2 runs coming across here on 2 hits. There was 1 error, and there was 2 runners left over on base. 3 innings left to play in this one. Top of the 5th coming up next. Crocker now leads 8-3. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball here on Z102.3.
Lowe Chevrolet in Waynesville is more than a dealership. It's where your Chevy journey begins. From the bold and powerful Silverado, the sleek sophistication of the Malibu, to the dependable Equinox, Lowe Chevrolet has the vehicle to unleash your thrill of driving. Plus, when you choose Lowe Chevrolet, you're not just getting a car, you're getting a family. Your journey begins at Lowe Chevrolet. Online at lowechevy.com and off I-44 at exit 156 in Waynesville.
Action Automotive in St. Robert is your locally owned and operated full-service mechanic shop, offering affordable same-day services, oil changes starting at $55. Local owners Evan and Caitlin York want to earn your business. Call or stop by today. They can get your vehicle fixed and back on the road in no time. Action Automotive Services, located at 128 April Drive. Call 336-8875. Next to Best Friends Animal Hospital. Action Automotive, proud to service the Pulaski County Ambulance and Fire District. They're ready for the spring turkey season at Post Pawn in the Gateway Shopping Center in St. Robert. And if you're not, stop by. Post Pawn has just what you need in the way of guns and ammo to bag that gobbler. And Post Pawn also has a nice supply of crossbows. You'll find hunting supplies like knives and arrows and new and used military clothing, rain and cold weather gear as well. Post Pawn still does transfer fees on guns shipped to Post Pawn or if you sell your firearm to another. They are your Pulsar and Rick's Thermal Scope headquarters and always offer 90-day layaway. For well over 50 years, Post Pawn has been the place to go for hunting supplies for all seasons, and they special order too. Post Pawn, more than just a first-rate pawn store, in the Gateway Shopping Center just outside the main gate of Fort Wood.
Ryan Steinbrink at the plate to start things off here for Plato in the top of the fifth. First pitch outside here from Jackson Burney as we continue on here. 8-3 now in favor of Crocker. They played a couple runs in the bottom of the fourth. Plato trying to match. Foul ball here. I didn't flinch very much at that one. That's a character development there for you. But it's now 1-1. That one right in front of my face. If there was one to flinch at, that would have been the one. Interesting. Now here's a pitch that drops in. That's strike two called. Scared myself there a little bit. Do I feel anything now? Do I have emotions? Can I feel fear? Two-strike pitch here from Burney. Check swing, held up in time, though. And it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Steinbrink. 1 for 2 in today's game. Pitch. Again misses. 3-2. Full count. Start things out here, top of the fifth. Here's a swing, hard hit line drive. That gets by into left field. It'll be played out there by Anderson. Meanwhile, Steinbrink, he's looking for 2. He's going to be in there. It's a leadoff double for Steinbrink. So Steinbrink rounds first hard, able to get into second to start things out in the fifth. Already in scoring position here for the cleanup hitter, Marshall Breedlove. Breedlove 0 for 2 today's game. First pitch, high and inside, ball 1. Breedlove reached on an error. Well, fielder's choice. There was an error also involved, but it ends up being a fielder's choice, really. Still 0 for 1 by that point. Struck out swinging, back in the third. Facing a 1-0 count here. Burney's next pitch is a ground ball heading over towards short. Braslin having trouble. He's not going to be able to make the play. Everyone's safe. It's an error. Steinbrink over to third. Breedlove now over on first. Now the runner comes home, and he's going to be safe. Not quite sure what happened there. I was looking down. I was already writing my book, but what I can gather is that the throw back to Burney missed. Runner took off, and he scored. So Steinbrink scores 8-4 now. Breedlove still over on first. He'll be exchanged for a pinch runner. It's an error to get him on base. And I believe an error to score the runner. So 2 errors, 1 play for Crocker. Now got 4 errors for the game. And Plato again has cut that lead back to 4 here. 8-4. Runner on first, nobody out. Drew Woodruff at the plate. Pinch runner, by the way, that is J.P. Schroger, who's running over there for Breedlove. So Woodruff takes the first pitch high, ball 1. Woodruff 1 for 2. As of now, has Plato's most effective hit today. At least in terms of runs scored. Here's a swing and a miss to even the count, 1-1. That would be the 2 RBI single back in the third. Obviously, also have the home run today for Plato. I was able to bring 2 across. Both those hits were in the third. Plato's biggest inning of the day, those 3 runs. Here's a pickoff throw to first. Schroger back, though. We'll wait the 1-1. Woodruff also struck out looking. That was back in the first. Carson Garrett on deck. Next pitch on its way. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Two strikes. 1 ball as well. Here to the Plato center fielder. Schroger lead on first. Bernie's pitch. High and outside here. Caldwell leaps out of the stance. Able to keep it in front of him. 2-2. So back to even here. 2-2. Next one. Foul ball. Left side. Woodruff will stay alive here. Still 2-2. Make sure you tune on in tomorrow. Waynesville, Lebanon. Of course, see as we look at my phone here, slight chance of rain, or well, maybe more than a slight chance. If that game happens, we'll have it for you. Here's a swing and a miss, and Woodruff will strike out. First out of the inning. In the 6th strikeout for Jackson Burney today. 1 out and a runner on first. It's Carson Garrett back to the plate. Garrett 1 for 2. First pitch outside, ball 1. Flew out to right in the second. Then singled in the third, but was left stranded over there after a fly ball to center field. 1-0 now. Brought it back in enough to be called strike 1. 4th hitter of the inning now for Plato. They try to make a comeback effort here. 8-4. Top of the 5th. Next one. Here's a long fly ball. Left center. Long run there for Anderson. Tries to make the diving catch, but can't get to it. It's up against the fence. Schroger heading on into third. He'll be held up there. It's a 1-out double for Carson Garrett. 2nd and 3rd now with 1 out. So Schroger did have to hold up at first, wait and see if that ball was caught out there in center field. Anderson made a good try at it, laying out for it out there, just couldn't get to it. Rolls up to the fence. Runners advance to 2nd and 3rd. 2 runners scoring position here for Hayden Pinkston. He's been able to put bat to ball today. Just needs to find some open space. First pitch, line drive to first, that's caught. Well, that's kind of the opposite of that. So he hit it right to Riley Foster over there at first. Hard hit ball. Foster heads up over there, makes the catch, out number 2. So with 2 down, Plato now needs Quentin Dilley to come up with a big hit here. Dilley 0 for 2, swing and a miss on the first pitch, 0-1. An 8-4 here, but got your tying run in the on-deck circle. If you can find a 2-out rally here, could bring yourself a little bit closer in. Here's another swing and a miss, though, and it's 0-2. Dilley popped out to the pitcher in the 2nd, struck out looking in the 4th. In a deep hole here, 0-2. Here's your next offering. Fastball high. Trying to get in the chase there, 1-2. And both starters very much in this game. Bernie in his 5th inning of work. He's had his blemishes today, but has found a few strikeouts. Here's a swing, foul ball off the chest protector, and he'll stay alive. If Dilley can keep the inning going here, White Groves would be next. Looks like at number 6 over there. That would be Groves. How about the next 2-strike pitch? Outside, 2-2. Back to an even count here. Next one, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Bernie's got 7. And that brings Plato's 5th to a close. But Plato does find 1 run. 1 run coming across on the 2-error play. Leadoff double by Ryan Steinbrink, eventually bringing him on home. It's 1 run on 2 hits. There were 2 errors, and there were 2 runners left on base. Let's go ahead and move on in. We are now in inning number 5, bottom of the 5th. In fact, we're still in the 5th. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball, Z102.3.
Hey, it's your tummy talking. Yeah, I know I'd normally just growl, but this is important so I don't start growling again. Yeah, this place can stop me from growling big time. At meetings, on dates, anywhere it's embarrassing.
If your tummy's talking, shut it up with Wagon Wheel Restaurant with locations in Richland, Crocker, and the food trailer available at Waynesville City Park too. After all, you gotta eat, and where better than Wagon Wheel Restaurant? And don't forget they have deli specials too, and a game room in Crocker. Wagon Wheel Restaurant is proud to be part of the communities they serve.
It's a one-stop at the Lynchburg store on Highway 32. A convenience store in a convenient place, especially for those living off the beaten path that may need some supplies for dinner, an expected or unexpected get-together, and gas when the gauge is not looking real good. Lynchburg store on Highway 32. 113 years and still going strong. That's the Bank of Crocker, who opened their doors in 1911 when Crocker was a small railroad town. And while they're still a small town, banking services from the Bank of Crocker are as modern as any financial institutions in the big cities. Android and Apple mobile banking apps let you do your banking from anywhere around the globe. And at bankofcrocker.com, online banking is just a click away. They've also added branches in Waynesville, St. Robert, and Richland through the years. It's a world apart from what it was back in 1911, but the personal hometown banking service has not changed. The Bank of Crocker, member FDIC and equal housing lender. They're ready for the spring turkey season at Post Pawn in the Gateway Shopping Center in St. Robert. And if you're not, stop by. Post Pawn has just what you need in the way of guns and ammo to bag that gobbler. And Post Pawn also has a nice supply of crossbows. You'll find hunting supplies like knives and arrows and new and used military clothing, rain and cold weather gear as well. Post Pawn still does transfer fees on guns shipped to Post Pawn or if you sell your firearm to another. They are your Pulsar and Rick's Thermal Scope headquarters and always offer 90-day layaway. For well over 50 years, Post Pawn has been the place to go for hunting supplies for all seasons, and they special order too. Post Pawn, more than just a first-rate pawn store, in the Gateway Shopping Center just outside the main gate of Fort Wood.
A new pitcher for the Plato Eagles as we head on into the bottom of the 5th. It's Hayden Pinkston, who delivers a pitch inside, actually going to hit Hagen Libbert. Hit by pitch to start things out here. Not the most positive of entrances in for the Plato pitcher, but it is Pinkston. Hard-throwing right-hander on the mound. So we can officially close the book here on starter Cole Chastain. Get a pinch runner, by the way, for Libbert. Looks like running for him here. Be Logan Connell. Will run for his designated hitter. Steps over on first. Riley Foster in at the plate, batting from the left-hand side. 7, 8, and 9. 7's on base. 8's at the plate. Pinkston on the mound. Cole Chastain, by the way, does go on over to third. It's just a 1-for-1 swap, looks like. Everyone else still very much where they started the game today. So Foster back to the plate. 0 for 1 in today's game. First pitch inside, 1-0. Foster walked and scored in the second. Flew out to center in the third. Pickoff throw to first. Connell, pretty close, but still gets back. Like I said, we can close the book on starter Cole Chastain. We'll talk about it in just a second. Pitch in there, 1-1. Chastain goes 4 innings today, gives up 8 runs, 7 hits, 4 strikeouts, 4 walks, 7 earned runs today. But his watch has ended. It's Pinkston's turn. He's got the 1-1 count here on Foster. Runner on first, nobody out. 8-4 our score, by the way. Next pitch to Foster. It's in there. Foster was looking to bunt, pulled it back, but the pitch finds his own anyway. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Crocker first baseman, batting 8th in the lineup, second batter of the inning. Another pickoff throw. That one's in there, and that's going to be called out. So Pinkston picks off Connell over at first. And there's one down, nobody on. So that wipes away the leadoff hit by pitch. And Pinkston had it close the first time. Decided to go back to it, got rewarded for it. Now looking toward Foster once again. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 3. So we go from no outs and a runner on first to very quickly nobody on and 2 outs here for Crocker here in the 5th. Trying to keep the inning alive here, left fielder Brock Ware. Ware, well, he's earned his bases today. He's taking a little bit of pain with it. 2 hit by pitches. Steps back in here. Pinkston delivers the first pitch. Just outside. Ball 1. Don't know how far outside. Thought it looked good myself. But it is 1-0. Next one here to Ware. That one is going to be called strike 1. 15 minutes past the 6 o'clock hour. 8-4 our score, bottom of the 5th. Crocker leads Plato. Next pitch. Fastball high. 2-1. After this, back to the top. Jackson Burney will get his 4th look. See if he gets it this inning or not. 2-1. Drops one in there. 2-2 now. Pinkston looking for back-to-back strikeouts to get him out of the inning. 2-strike pitch. Delivers. Check swing. Did he go around? They'll say no. They'll peel on down. No swing, says our field umpire. 3-2. Full count here to Ware. Pinkston from the windup. Payoff pitch. In there, strike 3 called. Back-to-back strikeouts here for Pinkston. And it'll be a 1-2-3 inning here for Crocker in the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. How about top of the 6th? We've got 2 innings left to go here in this one. Plato needs 4 runs. They trail Crocker 8-4. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball, Z102.3.
Hi, this is Brad Shelton at the Marys County Bank. Every day, the Marys County Bank touches every corner of your life and supports you as you turn your life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's purchasing your first car, opening a small business, buying a home, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. From your first car to a new life after retirement, the Marys County Bank is there for all your life's milestones with our full line of products. Stop by one of our 10 locations and see how the Marys County Bank can support your dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
113 years and still going strong. That's the Bank of Crocker, who opened their doors in 1911 when Crocker was a small railroad town. And while they're still a small town, banking services from the Bank of Crocker are as modern as any financial institutions in the big cities. Android and Apple mobile banking apps let you do your banking from anywhere around the globe. And at bankofcrocker.com, online banking is just a click away. They've also added branches in Waynesville, St. Robert, and Richland through the years. It's a world apart from what it was back in 1911, but the personal hometown banking service has not changed. The Bank of Crocker, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
What if you stepped out of the picture tonight? How would you want to be remembered? And who would make decisions about planning your funeral service? This is Martin Vernon, owner of Memorial Chapels and Crematory. We help families create meaningful services that respect and honor the memory of their loved one's life. At Memorial Chapels and Crematory, we offer our support and guidance when your family needs us the most.
Two innings left to play here in Crocker. We are in the top of the 6th. 8-4 our score. Crocker leads Plato, but the Eagles back to the bat. 9-1-2 coming up for Plato. Jackson Burney remains in the game. Wyatt Grove's going to lay a bunt down the third base line. Good bunt. Burney has it, though. He'll have time to get it on over to first for out number 1. Didn't have a lot of time to talk about Groves. Of course, he was 1 for 2, now 1 for 3. Had the solo shot in the third. Had the time to give him Plato its first run, but he is retired here. It's back to the top of the order, Cole Chastain. Chastain now over at third. Pulled in the 5th for Hayden Pinkston. Takes a first pitch strike. 0-1. Chastain at the plate, though. 1 for 1. 2 walks as well, but now facing an 0-2. Walked in the first, stranded on third, singled, later scored in the third. Walked in the 4th, but was held. Here's a pitch inside, they'll appeal, no swing. 1-2. Kind of a defensive movement from Chastain, if anything, but didn't break the plane. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the next one here from Burney. Called strike 3. So 2 quick outs here. The bunt. 1-3. The strikeout looking. Strikeout number, I believe. Let's count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 strikeouts for Burney. 2 down, nobody on. Shortstop Blake Holloway. Holloway, 2 of those 8 strikeouts, but he's also reached on an error. So 0 for 3 in today's game. Did score after reaching base on that error. Again, part of that 3-run third. Here's a ball chased in the dirt. 0-2. Crocker looking for the quick 6th inning here. Swing, ground ball up the middle, and it'll be a base hit. So Holloway will earn himself the base hit on the 0-2 count. His first hit of the day. 8th hit for Plato total. And now let's see what Ryan Steinbrink can do as he tries to keep the inning going. Now time will be called, and it looks like Burney might have hit his pitch count for the day. So it looks like this will be it for Jackson Burney. Relief pitcher coming in. We'll tell you all about who comes in. When we come back, we'll take a 90-second break. Runner on first, 2 outs. Top of the 6th. 8-4 our score. Crocker leads Plato. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball, Z102.3.
Today is the day. After countless hours of research, cutting back expenses, and 9 months of anxiously waiting for her, today is the day you finally bring home your new car. It's also the day to protect her with an auto policy from Shelter Insurance. Our policies are competitively priced and include new car replacement coverage if anything were to happen to your new baby.
For a free insurance review,
For auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, John Gregory, your shelter insurance agent in Crocker.
Or stop by and see me, Dave Hallett, your shelter insurance agent in Richland.
Appliances. If you're needing appliances, come by Paul's Furniture. We've got the big name brands like Frigidaire, Maytag, Amana. They're all in stock and ready to go. Even the big box stores will make you wait weeks and weeks and weeks to get your appliances. We've got them here in stock, ready to go with free delivery and setup. If you're needing appliances, come by Paul's Furniture. We've got the big name brands like Frigidaire, Maytag, Amana. They're all in stock and ready to go. Even the big box stores will make you wait weeks and weeks and weeks to get your appliances. We're known for great deals in furniture. We've got great deals in appliances as well.
Make sure you're comfortable year-round. At Rivard Heating and Cooling, we offer a Comfort Club climate control system warranty plan to keep your system up and running at its best. Receive a heating and cooling tune-up and cleaning twice per year for one low cost. Sign up now and make sure your AC is working at its best before those hot and humid Missouri days arrive. We are not comfortable until you are. Rivard Heating and Cooling, an independent American Standard heating and cooling air conditioning dealer. 417-531-3551 or go online rivardheatingandcooling.com.
If April showers bring the May flowers, your vehicle needs good wiper blades, and they have them at your Napa Parts store, St. Robert Auto Supply. Save $16 a pair on Trico silicone ceramic or Titan beam wiper blades. Similar savings on the Napa brand, $5.49 a gallon for the Peak 30 all-in-one orange windshield wash. If it's dirty, St. Robert Auto Supply has all the stuff to get it clean again. Seafoam products remain on sale all this month at your Napa Parts store, St. Robert Auto Supply off Missouri Avenue, and get the good stuff 7 days a week.
We all have our faves.
I love baseball.
I love football. But there's one thing we all love.
Pizza!
If you need to satisfy that competitive appetite, we got your slice right here.
Domino's Pizza in St. Robert during and after the game. Try the perfect combo deal. Pizza, side, and a drink for $19.99. Call in for our carry-out special. One topping pizza for $7.99. Domino's Mix and Match is only $6.99. Check it out online at Domino's.com or call your order in at 573-336-3400. Domino's Pizza, 213 St. Robert Boulevard.
Well, new pitcher into the game, Trip Caldwell. He will take over. Comes out from behind home plate, which means we've obviously got some movement elsewhere. Looks like behind the plate now here for Crocker. And that's Colin Braslin who will take over. Riley Foster still over at first, waiting to see where everyone else moves. I believe it is going to be Jackson Burney over at short. And we'll get you the rest here. Landon Pierce still at third. Over at second, that's still Logan Connell. I believe it's pretty much the same everywhere else. So it's just a 1-for-1 change. Caldwell now Caldwell on the mound. Braslin behind the plate. Burney now at short. There are 2 outs. Runner on first. Ryan Steinbrink will be the first to face. Stands in today, 2 for 3. Runner takes off with the first pitch here. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second. Not going to be there. Holloway has himself a stolen base. So Holloway now stands on second. Again, 8-4 your score. Crocker leads Plato today. Crocker using a big third inning. Most of Plato's runs came in the third. Crocker's 6-run inning here. Strike 2 is going to be called. Came in the second, by the way. Happened in back-to-back half innings, though. Most of our runs scored in that little time period. Next pitch from Caldwell. Runner takes off. Pitch high. Throw down to third. Holloway has himself another stolen base. So Holloway steals second. He steals third. Get a count here at the plate, hopefully. 1-2. Steinbrink trying to bring it back to 3 runs here. Can find a base hit. Again, 2 outs. 2-strike pitch from Caldwell. Swung on, miss. Drop third strike. He'll take off for first, but Braslin will make the throw over to first to end the inning. So, Plato puts a runner on, the single for Blake Holloway. He steals second and third, but he's left stranded over there. It's a strikeout from Caldwell to Steinbrink. Ends the 6th inning. No runs, no hits. Nope, no runs, 1 hit. Apologies there. No errors. 1 runner left on base. It is the bottom of the 6th here in Crocker. Still 8-4 in favor of the Lions. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball, Z102.3.
Life doesn't wait for office hours. Are you sick but can't make it to your provider's office or walk-in clinic? Not feeling well while traveling? Access on-demand care 24/7 with the Phelps Health Key Care video visit. Video visits are a great option to treat a wide range of minor medical issues, from allergies and colds to sore throats, sprains, and more. Save time and access reliable virtual health care from the comfort of your home. Visit phelpshealth.org to get care now.
Lowe Chevrolet in Waynesville is more than a dealership. It's where your Chevy journey begins. From the bold and powerful Silverado, the sleek sophistication of the Malibu, to the dependable Equinox, Lowe Chevrolet has the vehicle to unleash your thrill of driving. Plus, when you choose Lowe Chevrolet, you're not just getting a car, you're getting a family. Your journey begins at Lowe Chevrolet. Online at lowechevy.com and off I-44 at exit 156 in Waynesville.
Action Automotive in St. Robert is your locally owned and operated full-service mechanic shop, offering affordable same-day services, oil changes starting at $55. Local owners Evan and Caitlin York want to earn your business. Call or stop by today. They can get your vehicle fixed and back on the road in no time. Action Automotive Services, located at 128 April Drive. Call 336-8875. Next to Best Friends Animal Hospital. Action Automotive, proud to service the Pulaski County Ambulance and Fire District. They're ready for the spring turkey season at Post Pawn in the Gateway Shopping Center in St. Robert. And if you're not, stop by. Post Pawn has just what you need in the way of guns and ammo to bag that gobbler. And Post Pawn also has a nice supply of crossbows. You'll find hunting supplies like knives and arrows and new and used military clothing, rain and cold weather gear as well. Post Pawn still does transfer fees on guns shipped to Post Pawn or if you sell your firearm to another. They are your Pulsar and Rick's Thermal Scope headquarters and always offer 90-day layaway. For well over 50 years, Post Pawn has been the place to go for hunting supplies for all seasons, and they special order too. Post Pawn, more than just a first-rate pawn store, in the Gateway Shopping Center just outside the main gate of Fort Wood.
Bottom of the 6th here in Crocker. Lions perhaps one more opportunity to add some runs. They try to finish this one off in the top half of the 7th. 8-4 our score. Lions lead the Plato Eagles. First pitch to Jackson. Bernie is in there for a called strike one. Top of the order, Hayden Pinkston in on the mound. Second inning of work here. Did pretty well for himself in that first inning of his, back in the 5th. Hit by pitch on the first pitch of the inning, but then picked that man off and back-to-back strikeouts. Next pitch to Bernie here, misses high. Bernie will get one back here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bernie today, 1 for 2. 1 for 2. Next one. Swing, fly ball, right side, but looks like it's going to go foul. Still 2 strikes. Bernie, that one hit. It's the hit that's giving Crocker a lead they have not lost yet. It was a 3 RBI triple back in inning number 2. Biggest inning of the day for either side. 6 runs in that second. Crocker sending 10 to the plate. All 6 of those runs with 2 outs. Most impressive thing about it. Next 2-strike pitch. Pop fly, left side, but it's going to come down. Holloway has to hurry with it. Throw's not going to be in time. So Bernie will beat out the infield single. Holloway waited back on it. I think he might have been better served charging it. But Bernie is aboard here to start the 6th. His second hit of the day. So Bernie's on. Brings us to center fielder Eli Anderson once again. Anderson 2 for 2. He's got 2 singles today. Scored twice. Represents 2 of those 8 Crocker runs. Pickoff throw to first. Bernie ready for it, though. Dives back. Pinkston really whips that ball around. He's got a very good pickoff move. Bernie, though, big lean, actually leaning a little bit toward his left. Now the pitch. Anderson squared up to bunt, pulled it back. The pitch was in the zone anyway. 0-1. Lights have come on here in Crocker. They might have been on for a while. I just now noticed. Again, a lot of cloud cover today. Weather got really good really quickly. Here's a pickoff throw. Another great pickoff throw. He got him. So Bernie will be picked off. 2 base runners for Crocker since Pinkston came in. And he's wiped both of them. 1 out now. 0-1 count here to Anderson. Like I said, he's got a marvelous pickoff throw. Knew I remembered this kid on the mound from last year. Here's a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. I definitely do remember him. Might need to take a walk down memory lane, see if I can't find the game. 2-strike pitch. Here's a swing, foul ball. And it'll stay 0-2 here. Again, Anderson a single in the first, walked in the second, singled in the fourth. Next 2-strike pitch, outside, ball 1. Let's see, 2022/2023. Plato, yeah, May 13th. I definitely was there. Here's a swing. Strike 3. Anderson will strike out. Strikeout number 3 here for Pinkston. His faced 5 batters, struck out 3 of them. Now here's third baseman Landon Pierce. 11-0. Plato beat Newburgh that day, and I was definitely there for that. Then Plato lost a close one to Crocker. I was there for that one, too. It's almost like I covered that tournament. I remember that game. That game was fun. All of those games were kind of fun. High school baseball kind of rules when you think about it. So there are 2 down. Here's Landon Pierce. Pierce 2 for 3 today. First pitch to him, fastball high, ball 1. Pierce flew out to center field in the first. Followed that up, though, in the second with an RBI single. Then had an RBI single in the fourth. This time just trying to keep the inning going here. Here's a swing and a miss. And it's 1-1. One and one with 2 outs. Again, bottom of the 6th. Do or die for Plato in the top half of the 7th. Here's a swing, ground ball right side. Played by Garrett. Throw to first is a little bit closer than maybe it had to be, but it did time to end the inning. So another essential 1-2-3 inning here for Crocker. The leadoff single goes nowhere after the pickoff throw. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, no runners left on base. Plato needs 4 to tie, 5 to take the lead and force a bottom of the 7th. We'll see if they can get it done when we come on back. Again, it is 8-4. Crocker leads Plato. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball, Z102.3.
Hey, it's your tummy talking. Yeah, I know I normally just growl, but this is important so I don't start growling again. Yeah, this place can stop me from growling big time. At meetings, on dates, anywhere it's embarrassing.
If your tummy's talking, shut it up with Wagon Wheel Restaurant with locations in Richland, Crocker, and the food trailer available at Waynesville City Park too. After all, you gotta eat, and where better than Wagon Wheel Restaurant? And don't forget they have deli specials too, and a game room in Crocker. Wagon Wheel Restaurant is proud to be part of the communities they serve.
It's a one-stop at the Lynchburg store on Highway 32. A convenience store in a convenient place, especially for those living off the beaten path that may need some supplies for dinner, an expected or unexpected get-together, and gas when the gauge is not looking real good. Lynchburg store on Highway 32. 113 years and still going strong. That's the Bank of Crocker, who opened their doors in 1911 when Crocker was a small railroad town. And while they're still a small town, banking services from the Bank of Crocker are as modern as any financial institutions in the big cities. Android and Apple mobile banking apps let you do your banking from anywhere around the globe. And at bankofcrocker.com, online banking is just a click away. They've also added branches in Waynesville, St. Robert, and Richland through the years. It's a world apart from what it was back in 1911, but the personal hometown banking service has not changed. The Bank of Crocker, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Well, top of the 7th here in Crocker. Lions trying to close this one out. The Eagles looking for a comeback here. They'll need to double their run total, 8-4 in favor of the Crocker Lions. 4 to tie, 5 to force a bottom half of the 7th. Good place to start, though. They've got the cleanup hitter coming up, Marshall Breedlove. Connor Harbit, Z102.3. Crocker looking for its 6th straight win. Here's a swing, though. Line drive. Good start to the inning for Plato. Base hit. Breedlove will head on over to first. He's on base for the 3rd time today. First hit, though. Previously reached base on a couple of errors. But he is on. Here's Drew Woodruff. Trip Caldwell still on the mound for Crocker. 2nd inning of work, or, well, first full inning of work. Came in partway through the 6th. Got the final out of that half inning. See how he responds, though, after giving up the leadoff single. First pitch to Woodruff is a swing and a miss. Strike 1. Woodruff 1 for 3, 2 strikeouts and an RBI single. That single was back in the 3rd. Capped off the 3-run inning. Or did it? Yes, it did. Here's a pitch outside, 1-1. On deck now, Carson Garrett. Pitch in. High and outside. 2-1 here to Woodruff. Tying run for Plato, still in the dugout. But there are nobody out. Again, the first step, the leadoff single. Next pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Plato trying to break that 3-game losing skid. Need to do a little bit of work today. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Plato down to its last 2 outs. Caldwell's second strikeout. Coming up next, Carson Garrett. Now Garrett will try to move Braidlove along. Garrett today, he's had a good bat. He's 2 for 3. 2 for 3. 2 hits coming in his latest 2 at-bats. First pitch taken, first strike 1. Also flew out to right back in the second to go with the single and the double. Next pitch. I don't know what happened there. I think they were just swapping balls. 1 second, I'm looking at my book. Next second, ball against the cage. It is still 0-1, so I figure that's what's happened. 0-1 here to Garrett. Pitch from Caldwell. Swing, foul ball to the right. Hit something. 0-2. I can see my car. I can tell you that didn't hit it, so. I know we're all watching with bated breath, or listening with bated breath, but still alive out there. 0-2 to Garrett. Caldwell perhaps looking for another strikeout. Comes through with it. Swing, fly ball, sent out toward the left. Coming up on it was Ware. Makes the catch. Out number 2. Plato down to its final out. So Plato's going to need quite the 2-out rally here. Willing to find a way to plate 4. Out recording a single out from henceforth. First one up, first last chance. Hayden Pinkston. So Pinkston comes up here. As I mentioned last time he was at the plate, he's put ball to bat. Just having a hard time finding empty space. 0 for 3, a fly out, a line out. First pitch low, ball 1. Crocker playing straight away, out in the field. Pickoff throw to first. Not in time. Breedlove dives back on in. On deck, Quentin Dilley, if Pinkston keeps this game alive. Next pitch to Pinkston. Outside, ball 2. Should you stick around for post-game today, whenever that may be. Wrap this one up, go over the lines. Winning, losing pitcher. Mind you where we're going from henceforth. Next pitch, also outside, ball 3. Caitlin Clark, drafted first overall. Not shocking. She'll be playing at Indiana next year. Here's your WNBA update for the day. Next pitch, in there, caught the outer half, 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike here to Pinkston. 2 outs, top of the 7th. Next pitch, also in there, 3-2 now. Game's down to perhaps its final strike. Full count. Payoff pitch on its way. Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. And this one comes to a close. Caldwell finds his 3rd strikeout of the game and gives Crocker the 8-4 victory. So we'll do what we always do. Let's take a few minutes. We will gather ourselves. I'll get my lines, my book in order. Come on back. Get you all set up for not only the conclusion of this one, but also what we got coming up the rest of this week. But again, your final score, Crocker 8, Plato 4. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball here on Z102.3.
They're ready for the spring turkey season at Post Pawn in the Gateway Shopping Center in St. Robert. And if you're not, stop by. Post Spawn has just what you need in the way of guns and ammo to bag that gobbler. And Post Spawn also has a nice supply of crossbows. You'll find hunting supplies like knives and arrows and new and used military clothing, rain and cold weather gear as well. Post Spawn still does transfer fees on guns shipped to Post Spawn or if you sell your firearm to another. They are your Pulsar and Rick's Thermal Scope headquarters and always offer 90-day layaway. For well over 50 years, Post Spawn has been the place to go for hunting supplies for all seasons, and they special order too. Post Spawn, more than just a first-rate pawn store, in the Gateway Shopping Center just outside the main gate of Fort Wood.
Hi, this is Brad Shelton at the Marys County Bank. Every day, the Marys County Bank touches every corner of your life and supports you as you turn your life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's purchasing your first car, opening a small business, buying a home, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. From your first car to a new life after retirement, the Marys County Bank is there for all your life's milestones with our full line of products. Stop by one of our 10 locations and see how the Marys County Bank can support your dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
113 years and still going strong. That's the Bank of Crocker, who opened their doors in 1911 when Crocker was a small railroad town. And while they're still a small town, banking services from the Bank of Crocker are as modern as any financial institutions in the big cities. Android and Apple mobile banking apps let you do your banking from anywhere around the globe. And at bankofcrocker.com, online banking is just a click away. They've also added branches in Waynesville, St. Robert, and Richland through the years. It's a world apart from what it was back in 1911, but the personal hometown banking service has not changed. The Bank of Crocker, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
And once again, back here out to Crocker High School. This one is in the books. The Crocker Lions pick up their 6th straight victory. They defeat the Plato Eagles today, 8-4. Good ball game when it's all said and done. Most of our runs were scored in a very short amount of time, but ultimately it's Crocker who rides that 10-batter, 6-run inning to victory today, again improved to 8-3 here on the season. So again, it's Connor Harbert here with you, Z102.3. Let's wrap this one up quickly as we take a look here, first of all, at your lines for today's game. Crocker, 8 runs, 8 hits. They commit 4 errors out in the field. There are a lot of errors in this one. 4 errors in the field, 4 runners left on base. Meanwhile, Plato, they pick up 4 runs today, 8 hits as well. Both teams picking up the same amount of hits. 3 errors for the Eagles. They leave 8 on base here today. Both teams, like I said, this was a pretty even game. Unfortunately for Plato, they gave up that 6-run inning. Crocker really kind of took advantage of a couple free passes here and there. It feels like I say the same thing every game, but yeah, the 3 RBI triple for Jackson Burney kind of opened this one up. And of course, Crocker kind of rode that to victory. Just couldn't get the final out. Plato couldn't in that second inning. Earning the win today for Crocker, that would be Jackson Burney. He goes 5 2/3 here today. 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 home run. Gave up the solo shot to Wyatt Groves. 8 strikeouts and 2 walks today. 2 of those 4 runs were earned. Earning the loss today, that would be Cole Chastain. He goes 4 innings, gives up 8 runs, 7 hits, 4 strikeouts, 4 walks, 7 earned runs. Other Crocker pitcher, that would be Trip Caldwell. Believe he earns a save here today. That would be 1 1/3. He gives up the 1 hit, 3 strikeouts, no walks, and no earned runs. Hayden Pinkston comes in. Got to give a shout out to him as well. He pitched well over his 2 innings of work today. Gave up only 1 hit, and the 2 base runners he did give up, picked them both off, struck out 3 there as well. Like I said, if you take away anything from today's game, it's that Hayden Pinkston has a very good pick-off move. So again, Crocker wins their 6th straight. They're now 8-3. Plato loses its 4th straight game. They drop to 5-9. Here on the season. What comes up for both these two teams? Well, let's go ahead and check, shall we? Let's take a look and see what, well, first of all, see if my internet plays ball here. Let's see what Plato's got coming up here. They've got Dora coming up tomorrow. They'll be back in Plato for that one. Then they'll be at Summersville on the 18th and then at Salem at the 19th. I've actually seen those 2 teams. So Plato going to be playing a couple familiar teams here over the next few days. Meanwhile, what's Crocker got coming up here for you? The Lions, they will be at Humansville, or they'll be playing in here in Crocker against Humansville on the 19th for playing at Lakeway on the 23rd. Crocker going to be taking a little bit of a break here. Then they'll move to Prairie Home with Bunston on the 24th, and then play at Max Creek on April 25th. Stoutland on the 26th. They'll play 4 games in a 4-day period. Nobody can accuse Crocker of being busy, or not being busy. at that point in time. So we'll enjoy the break, having won officially 6 games in a row. Our broadcasts, well, we've got one coming up tomorrow for you. Make sure you don't miss that one. Waynesville Tiger Baseball. The Tigers, they'll be in action taking on the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. Should be a good one. Lebanon very good, so we'll see what the Tigers can do tomorrow. That'll be a 4:30 start, 4:15 pregame right here at Z102.3. We'll follow that one up for you on Thursday. We'll be back at Dixon for the second time this year as the Bulldogs play host to the Richland Bears. From there, of course, we'll update you on Thursday, but for now, let's sign off, shall we? Of course, for Dan back in the studio, I am Connor Harbit. Hope you enjoyed listening to this one, as much as I enjoy bringing it to you here tonight. It's a game that takes 2 hours, 15 minutes to complete. Until then, you've been listening to Frisco League Baseball right here on Z102.3. Good night, everybody. Be good people.
You've been listening to Frisco League Baseball on 102.3 on your FM dial. Our game today brought to you by Rivard Heating and Cooling, the Marys County Bank, Memorial Chapels of Waynesville, St. Robert and Richland, Shelter Insurance Agents John Gregory and Crocker and Dave Holland in Richland, Paul's Furniture Outlet, St. Robert Auto Supply, Domino's Pizza, Phelps Health, Lowe's Chevrolet, the Dixon Nursing and Rehab Center, Post Pawn, Action Automotive, and the Bank of Crocker. That's it for this time. Join us next time for more Frisco League Baseball on 102.3 FM.